I am Nate WL777 and this is Character Piece. Today we'll be reviewing an anime by the name of Seven Seeds. This is a Netflix anime. It was released in 2019. There's 12 episodes long. It is a survival anime. When astronomers predict that an asteroid is going to hit the Earth, the world leaders come together to create a program known as Seven Seed. This program is designed to keep young people, young healthy people in a chronostate, preserved until a computer system decides that the Earth is again going to be rehabitable for human life. The story itself, where we start, the story is a fantastic story. It is very well written. It got very deep subject matter. This is about a bunch of people who are learning to survive in a world that's a completely different civilization. It's basically reset. You start at the beginning. And it really dives into a bunch of different characters who learn how to deal with the world in different ways. Some are very strong-willed. They're very ready for the survival mode. They've been prepped. Some have absolutely no idea that they were in the chrono state. They're shocked by this. They're trying to figure out what's going on. Some of them are very scared, frightened, and it's hard for them to deal with this new world that's around them. Some of them are good, well-meaning people who help out others and are very trustworthy. Some of them are the exact opposite, very much not trustworthy. They're just in it for themselves, and they're very dangerous human beings. This is a very original story. The way that they write it is done extremely well. It's very creative, and I give them a lot of respect for the way they went about it. That brings us to the characters. The characters are very, very well done. To me, this is probably the strongest suit of the anime. The anime pretty much revolves around the characters. It's a true character piece, if you will, it's very well fleshed out with the characters and very diverse. There's quite a few of them in here, and they do a very good job of making them extremely unique. Have their own personality traits. It's done about as good as any anime I've seen with the character development. It's right up there with any strong anime that fleshes these characters out. The chemistry between them works very well as well. They're all diverse, and it's great to see how all of that kind of bounces off each other and they play off each other. And the character motivations as well seem very consistent. A lot of times in anime, they'll create a character, they'll say this is who that character is, and then as you're going about it, they'll do something where you're like, I don't really see that happening. This is not the case. In this one, it seems like a lot of the characters very much stay true to themselves. And a lot of that has to do with the next thing, and that's the voiceover work. This is so good from voiceover work. Steins Gate is one of those ones that I kind of point to and say, like, man, the voiceover work for this was great. The voice actors did such a good job fleshing these characters out. This one as well. And also, the dialogue that goes along with this really, really pushes this anime. It's extremely important that the dialogue is there, and it's a lot of times where the action kind of fails a little bit, or not fails, but just isn't there. It still doesn't really seem slow. It doesn't seem like there's a lot of moments that are boring, because this is great dialogue and great interaction. I love the voiceover work in this one. Very high marks here. And that brings us to the animation. The animation is very clean. It's very well done. Even when you get into like the background, this is a lot of it just takes place. Remember, there's no civilization here, so they're just in the wilderness trying to survive. And they've built like huts and stuff like that. There's a little bit of that. There's like rafts and stuff like that. But it's so detailed, and the world building is so good that it's not just some standard bland. Here's a woods. Here's this and that. It is very well done, very clean, very high marks on this. Also, the character design. Quite a few different characters in this, and they do a very good job of making them all look unique. They give them all designs in their clothing, designs in their hair, the way that they look. I really, really am high on what they've done in pretty much every aspect of this anime. Very pleasing to watch. It was very good. That brings me to, is this okay for kids? It isn't, and there's very little nudity. Although I did just watch the first season, and that's all that's out. It just came out just a few days before I'm doing this review. But there is a little bit, especially towards the end of the 12 episodes, there is some nudity and some kind of graphic stuff going on there. I'm willing to bet that in the future, in upcoming seasons, that there's probably going to be more. But yeah, not really for kids. Plus, it is violent. There is a lot of deep content as far as adult situations are concerned in here. So yeah, I wouldn't let my son watch this. It's a TVMA kind of a thing. That brings me to my favorite character. My favorite character in this is Hana. Hana is a very hard-headed, strong-willed individual. She's intelligent. She's also very kind and helpful. I very much gravitated towards her. I thought she was definitely the strongest of the characters. Very positive kind of an individual, and brought that helpfulness to the rest around her. With that said, there is a lot of characters in here, and I had a very hard time picking which one was my favorite. She kind of edged a couple people out. There was many that I could have chose from, and that is a testament to how good and well developed these characters are. Very, very, very pleasing anime. This was a fun one to watch. I'm going to bring that to my rating. I'm going to give this one a 9.3. It's very, very high up there. I give it great marks. This was one of those ones that you watch and it's very easy to watch. I burnt through this. I mean, just absolutely burnt through this. I want to say, I think today's the 30th and it was released on the 28th. That was just 2 days ago. And I went through the 12, even though I had a lot going on in life. I burnt through those 12 episodes and was glad to do so. As a matter of fact, probably my biggest complaint and the very biggest negative that I have for this is that they don't have like 2 or 3 more seasons available ready to push out, because I very much wanted to keep going. When you get to the end of the first season, it seems pretty obvious to me that there is going to be more to this story, that there's going to be a second season, and I really, really wanted to just jump right into a second season. So that's a testament to how good it was. Again, 9.3, very high marks. Not only do I recommend this, but I absolutely suggest that people watch this. Very good. I loved it. I'm going to go ahead and leave a link like I do to all of them. The link is not to Netflix, obviously. It's to another site where you can pull it up and watch. But please watch this on Netflix, and if you like it, give it a like. I want to encourage people to encourage Netflix, especially with these really, really well done, captivating ones like Castlevania or like Godzilla, if you wanted to go back and see my reviews on those. I very much want to encourage them to keep going down this route with the good animes. This one was very good and fantastic, and I want to encourage that. If you got anything out of this anime review, please give me a like, give me a subscribe, comment below. Do you think that I'm too high on this? Did you not find it as good as I think it is? Do you have a different character you'd like? I could definitely see that. There were so many to choose from. Give me your thoughts below. I do appreciate you taking the time to watch this video, and I look forward to seeing you again in the future. Thank you.